Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar RV channel, your trusted resource for comprehensive, timely, and credible updates on everything surrounding the Iraqi dinar. In a world where financial systems are rapidly evolving, it's more important than ever to stay informed about developments in global currencies, institutional strategies, and monetary reforms. Today, we bring you a story that may represent one of the most meaningful shifts in the Iraqi dinar narrative in recent memory. A monumental milestone for the dinar. In a move that's catching the attention of investors and financial professionals alike, Bank of America, one of the United States' largest and most influential banking corporations, has officially announced it will now accept Iraqi dinar banknotes for exchange. This isn't just a symbolic gesture. It's a policy shift with real-world implications. Bank of America's decision applies to key denominations of the dinar: 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 25,000 notes. This step positions the bank as the first major U.S. financial institution to formally integrate the dinar into its foreign currency exchange services. It's a powerful statement, signaling confidence in the dinar's authenticity and practical value. From speculation to validation. For years, discussions around the Iraqi dinar have centered on speculation, fueled by the hope that the currency would eventually be revalued in line with Iraq's natural resources and economic rebuilding efforts. These conversations, though widespread among niche investment communities, have rarely been accompanied by official actions from major banks or global regulators. Until now, dinar holders often relied on obscure dealers, non-bank financial services, or peer-to-peer platforms to trade the currency. This lack of institutional support made the process cumbersome, risky, and often expensive. High transaction fees, fraud concerns, and a lack of transparency discouraged many from participating or holding on to their investments. Bank of America's policy change is a departure from that trend. It provides a long-awaited validation for investors who believed in the dinar's potential, as well as those who viewed Iraq as a country poised for economic recovery and growth. What this means for investors. The significance of this move cannot be overstated. By embracing Iraqi dinars, particularly in widely circulated denominations, Bank of America is sending a clear message. The currency is now being treated as a legitimate, recognized medium of exchange. This sets a precedent that could open the door for other global banks to follow suit. If institutions like Morgan Chase, Citibank, or Wells Fargo were to implement similar policies, the ripple effects would be dramatic. We could see enhanced liquidity, more robust trading volume, and a general increase in the dinar's global presence. More importantly, this move might prompt a reassessment of frontier and emerging market currencies by institutional investors. With this level of formal backing, the dinar may start appearing on the radar of hedge funds, currency traders, and portfolio managers looking to diversify. A turning point for Iraq's financial image. Beyond the investment implications, this development reflects a broader shift in how Iraq is perceived on the world stage. For decades, Iraq has battled instability, conflict, and economic isolation. But in recent years, the Iraqi government and the Central Bank of Iraq have made significant strides to modernize the nation's financial systems, stabilize inflation, and improve transparency. These internal efforts have aimed to align Iraq with global financial standards. With a major Western bank now formally accepting the dinar, there is a sense that the global community is beginning to recognize and respond to these efforts. This change is not just a financial milestone. It's also a symbolic affirmation of Iraq's economic recovery and reintegration into the global economy. The mechanics of dinar exchange at Bank of America. For those holding dinar, this update brings clarity and security. Exchange services will be conducted according to Bank of America's standard protocols, including verification of identity using government-issued documents, compliance with KYC, know your customer regulations, adherence to AML, anti-money laundering, requirements. Exchange rates will be dictated by real-time market fluctuations, and transaction fees may apply based on the amount exchanged and the customer's relationship with the bank. While not every branch may immediately offer the service, customers are encouraged to call ahead to confirm availability and understand the process. This clarity of process contrasts sharply with the vague and often unreliable procedures that dinar holders had to deal with previously. Now, transactions will be protected by U.S. banking laws, ensuring a greater level of confidence and peace of mind. Revaluation. Hopes versus institutional momentum. It's important to address a common question. Does this mean a revaluation (RV) is imminent? The answer for now is no, at least not officially. There has been no direct communication from the Iraqi government or central financial authorities that a revaluation is currently planned or scheduled. The dinar's exchange rate remains managed by the Central Bank of Iraq, based on its fiscal and monetary policy. However, Bank of America's action introduces a new kind of momentum. It creates the kind of financial infrastructure and institutional engagement that would be necessary prerequisites for any potential revaluation in the future. In other words, while this is not the RV itself, it lays important groundwork. It builds investor confidence, increases visibility, and strengthens the logistical systems needed for broader participation in the dinar market. Impacts on trade and business. The implications extend beyond individual investors. For businesses that operate in Iraq or import-export to the region, this policy removes a logistical barrier. Dinar transactions can now occur more smoothly, with access to banking infrastructure that meets global compliance standards. This may encourage more foreign businesses to consider opportunities in Iraq, knowing that currency issues are now less of a hurdle. As Iraq continues to diversify its economy beyond oil and encourage foreign investment, having a widely accepted and tradable currency will be critical. What this means for you. For current dinar holders, this development is a clear signal that patience may be paying off. What was once a speculative and uncertain investment is now gaining institutional recognition. If you've been holding on to dinars waiting for the right moment, this could be it. Not necessarily to cash out immediately, but to reassess your strategy with fresh eyes and new information. For those who've been on the fence about entering the dinar market, this announcement may serve as a compelling validation. While it's still essential to approach any investment with caution, the fact that a financial titan like Bank of America has entered the picture changes the equation dramatically. Looking ahead, the road to broader acceptance. This announcement is likely the first domino in what could be a broader transformation. When a major financial player makes a bold move, it often sets a trend that others follow. If other banks begin to accept the dinar, we could see it gradually shift from the periphery of the foreign exchange market into a more mainstream position. Such normalization would have wide-ranging effects, potentially influencing global currency trading strategies, regulatory standards, and economic policies around frontier markets. A call to stay informed. Above all, this development underscores the need to remain engaged and educated. Currency markets are complex and dynamic, and smart investors know the importance of staying ahead of the curve. Now more than ever, it's vital to follow reliable sources, consult with financial professionals, and stay informed about changes in global monetary policy. In conclusion, Bank of America's decision to begin accepting Iraqi dinars is more than just a procedural update. It's a watershed moment. It reflects growing confidence in Iraq's future, signals a shift in global financial perspectives, and opens doors for millions who have invested time, money, and belief in the dinar's potential. As always, we'll continue monitoring this story and providing you with thoughtful, up-to-date analysis on what it all means. Whether you're a long-time holder or just starting your journey with foreign currency, remember, informed decisions are powerful decisions. Thank you for watching the Iraqi Dinar RV channel. Stay vigilant, stay smart, and most importantly, stay prepared.